Yeah, good afternoon. Please have a seat. Karan Seth, huh? How are you feeling today, Karan?
It's all right, sir. Feeling great to be here.
Very, very good. Have you got the date of your interview?
No, sir. I'm yet to.
Not yet. Okay. So you have time at your disposal. That's wonderful. Now you basically hail from Jharkhand, huh? And district is Girdi, huh? What's the population of Girdi?
Sir, it's around 2 lakhs.
2 lakhs. So small district.
Yes.
What are the challenges in this district?
Sir, challenges are many. It's a small district and generally regarded as a backward district. And the major challenges are higher education and health. And apart from it, connectivity, be it from railway or from trains, it is also a challenge. Earlier, the challenge also used to be left-wing extremism, but it has been eliminated from the district.
Mm-hmm. Are there any highways going through Girdi?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So has there been issues of land acquisition and all in that area?
Yes, sir, these happen, but these are generally periodically resolved.
Mm-hmm. Are the farmers facing any rural stress?
Sir, actually there is lack of water. Water scarcity is a common phenomena in Giridih because not many rivers pass through Giridih. So that is a problem. And the other problem which I see in Giridih related to farming is monocropping. There is too much focus on rice and paddy.
Mm-hmm. So that must have been traditionally there, no?
Yes.
So tell me, what are the agricultural reforms this government has undertaken? Just 2 or 3 bullet points.
Sir, about the central or the state government?
For central.
So the first one is the PM Kisan Yojana, where the government is giving cash transfers of rupees 2,000 to the people, and apart from it, the identification while giving the fertilizers is also there. That fertilizers are being provided by checking the identity and KYC of the people. And apart from it, sir, the government is focusing on pulses. In the recent budget, also there was a focus on pulse. So, the government is trying to remove the monocropping and the bicropping patterns also.
And tell me, there has been much of a talk which I have been reading in the newspapers about seed bill. Seed bills. Have you read about the seed bill?
No, sir, I'll have to read about it.
It's going to be tabled in the parliament, so just read about it, okay? Now, what has been your father's profession?
Sir, he was a common service center operator, CSC center.
CSC center. So, do you talk to him or not? Huh? Do you discuss with him?
Yes.
So what are the problems he faces in common service center?
Sir, actually, currently he is not working, but I am aware of the problems which he has faced. Sir, actually, one of the problems is of the approvals. We apply, but the approvals are given by the officials. We are just the facilitator, and we online application is done by us, and there is a big time gap when the approvals are received, and that becomes a problem where the people are after us that they haven't got their certificates done. But the main problem is that the approval is being given by the BDO or a circle officer, and that takes time. And actually they are also...
So if you are the district magistrate of Girdi, now tell me what steps will you implement to ensure that the approvals are given in time?
Sir, actually for the being the district magistrate, I'll appoint the nodal officers at the ground level. Actually, the BDOs and COs are too much overburdened with all kinds of works in the blocks. And if nodal officers for OBC certificate or SC/ST certificate or birth certificate are appointed, then they can take care of these certificates, and the BDOs or COs can oversight them.
But how can you appoint nodal officers? The government is restricted as far as the budget is concerned, no? So there are issues regarding budget also. You can't be employing more nodal officers, recruiting them and just doing this job. How do you actually deal with the issues of online ease of doing business rather than, asking them to issue within a specified time period?
Sir, one thing which can be done is that there is a problem which I have faced in my district or block, that every time if someone asks for an OBC certificate, he has to go through the same process again. So it can be done that one thing which changes is the income. So if there is a valid income certificate, then that must get automatic approval. Only valid income certificate for that certain period should be required, and then...
You mean to say all these things are not happening?
Sir, actually these are happening, but actually as I told you that this is a issue in a concern that every time if I seek an OBC certificate, personally I'm talking about myself, then I'll have to like go through the same process again where I have to establish my identity.
My last question to you is that what do you think about the fiscal health of the states? Why should it be dependent or over dependence on the center? Can we improve the fiscal health of the state? How? 2-3 bullet points, no explanations.
I think the taxation powers of the states should be enhanced, where more taxation powers should be given to the states because they are
That's fine. One is taxation. Number 2.
Number 2, sir, the spending, when the states are spending, there must be a check on the overspending on public, where vote seeking spendings are being seen in some of the states. So that should be restricted so that fiscal health can be improved.
So just think more about it, okay? Thank you. Yes.
You're from Jharkhand.
Yes.
Have you seen gangs of Wasseypur?
Yes,
So what is the message coming out of that?
sir, actually the message,
For the administrator, what message comes?
so the message relates to organized crime, which is generally established in the mining areas, etc. So the government and the administration has tackled it, and there is no such menace existing at the organized level in the mining areas of Jharkhand now.
So now it's free of gangs.
No, sir. Actually, the organized crime, the level of organized crime which was shown in the movies, that relates to 1980s time, and this is not the situation right now.
Okay. Now you are working in power grid right now. So when was it created and from which organization it was carved out?
Sir, in 1989, Power Grid was created, and it was carved out from a number of organizations, and NTPC being the biggest contributor to Power Grid, and others being NHPC and other companies of the government.
Okay. Do we have a national power grid?
Yes, sir, we have a national power grid as of now, One Nation, One Grid, under the One Nation, One Grid.
So more like how it works?
Sir, actually earlier the grids were distributed in the regions north, east, west, south, and Power Grid in after 2013 contributed to make the nation One Nation, One Grid, where all of the grids are connected to a common frequency which is 50 Hz, and the difference in the frequency has been eliminated.
That's so. Why I'm asking about, as a state you need to buy power. How you go about it?
It's the state buying the power.
Yeah, I have a deficit of power. I want to buy power. So how do I buy?
So the power is being sold by the DISCOMs, the power distribution companies, and Power Grid is in the transmission business where Power Grid transmits the power. So state can contact the DISCOMs, where the DISCOMs will make arrangements with the generators like the NTPC, and then more power will be given to the state.
Are you aware of how the pricing is done in the power grid?
Sir, I'm not much aware of the pricing.
Just read about it. At what rate you buy? Ultimately, when you go to the market, you buy at the lowest rate.
As far as I am aware, sir, we actually don't buy power. We actually charge rent for transmission, which goes through our transmission.
But still, see, somebody is selling,
Yes, sir.
somebody is buying.
Yes.
So how the pricing is done? Because it's a power grid comes in picture, even if you are not charging it. So just read about it, the pricing part of it. Now the youth parliament you have mentioned. So youth parliament, what you have done exactly?
Sir, I represented my college. Actually, it was a youth parliament organized by the Delhi Legislative Assembly, where students from different colleges were invited, 1 or 2 students representing the college, and then those students were divided into the ruling party and the opposition party, and one chief minister, one leader of opposition was appointed by lottery, and then discussion on 2 bills took place, and where we got first-hand experience about the functioning of the parliament.
Okay, suppose there is youth parliament. You are representing the opposition, and the issue is corruption in Jharkhand.
Yes.
So, what 3 points you will make?
So the 3 points which I'll make are the corruption in the developmental works, there have been allegations that the government of Jharkhand is the government officials in Jharkhand are involved in corruption when it comes to developmental work. And apart from it, sir, there is charges on the government of Jharkhand, on the officials of the government of Jharkhand about land corruption related to land transactions, and in that some officials were also given sentences. And apart from it, sir, there are some charges about sports procurement, related to sports procurement. So these three issues I'll raise, which are in the news and the allegations if I'm at the opposition.
Okay. Now, my last question is, you have done a course in journalism and mass communication. What should be the ethics of journalism, which we don't see in journalism right now?
Sir, actually, right now, which I'm seeing in journalism is there is a haste for breaking the news. That we are not concerned much about giving factually correct information, but giving the fastest information. So that must be the first thing, that we must verify the facts. And apart from it, sir, we must take both the sides of the story when we are giving any news.
Thank you.
Karan, I see you're interested in blogging on India-related international happenings. Okay. Can you name a few right now going on?
So recently I've written about Sheikh Hasina's extradition. The issue of Sheikh Hasina's extradition.
Now I'll tell you the event, you tell me India's role in it. Okay? In 1956, Russia had attacked Hungary. Okay? How was it related to India? You're not aware of it, okay? Okay, in 1953 there was a war which was going on between South Korea and North Korea. How was India involved in it?
Sir, as far as I know, that India played the role of mediator in this war, and we took the non-aligned status in this, and we were supporting North Korea at that time, kind of supporting North Korea in that war, as far as I am aware.
We actually sent the peacekeeping forces also there. In the United Nations, we keep on sending forces also there. Okay. This present Ukraine war, how is it related to India?
So the biggest concern in this war is the oil which we are buying from Russia, and it has become a concern for India because the present US government is raising this issue, and it has become a bone of contention between India and US relations.
But what is the stand of the Foreign Ministry? External Affairs Ministry, what is their stand?
Sir, we are having a neutral stand.
So they say that whatever is happening in Europe is of no concern to us. Yes. And Europe's problems have been always projected as national, world problems, but actually it is not so. Okay. Tell me the exact role in Israel and Hamas, India's role.
Sir, in that case also, India's official stand is two-state solution between Palestine and Israel.
Okay. You are a student of UPSC, Political Science and International Relations. Okay. When was the Convention on Law of the Seas was signed? United Nations Convention on Law of the Seas came up in 1982. Which is a country which has actually repudiated it just recently and refused to accept it?
Sir, I think China is the one.
Yeah, it is. It is China. Yes. In his dispute, they said that we don't agree with this thing. It is a treaty which has been. But was China signatory to it?
Sir, I am not aware of the historical facts.
Thank you. That's all.
Number one question that is coming to my mind is, since you have worked in the area of qualified for JRF in journalism and mass communication, Karan, can you give me some instances, recent instances where you see that you could see overreach of journalism in India? A few examples for that.
Sir, the recent example which was too much in news was related to the Sushant Singh Rajput case, where some of the journalists put direct allegations and a lot of media trial was done against one of the actresses.
Investigative journalism and sensationalism, what is the difference between these two?
So investigative journalism is a type of journalism where the journalists try to find out facts which are not in the public domain, and sensationalization of the facts is like way to attract more viewers, where we try to create sensation or create panic among the people related to the facts.
Let us assume, Karan, one fine day there is a journalist, and because of some of the news pieces that he has shown, because of that some kind of riots have occurred. Let's assume some riots are happening in Muzaffarnagar, UP.
Yes.
So what is the way to then counter that situation, number one? And if that journalist has contributed in some kind of riots, is he going to be liable in case of any punishment that can be given to him?
Sir, this was a real incident where the report by a newspaper created riots in Muzaffarnagar, and in this case, if the journalist has unknowingly published some of the facts which are even factually incorrect, but for his work he won't be tried if it is found that it was not his intention to publish factually incorrect facts. But if it is found that it was his intention to publish the factually incorrect facts, then trials will be done against him and he can be prosecuted. Sir.
Which body is responsible for receiving complaints by citizens in case of any issues found with respect to some misleading news?
Sir, recently fact checking is being done by the PIB, the fact check unit of PIB, but apart from it, the regulating authority is the Press Council of India, but it only regulates the print media, sir, in India, and not the
Digital media is regulated by?
Sir, digital, it is regulated under the IT Act, but I am not exactly aware of the authority. Yes.
Karan, also, since you come from Jharkhand and it has been for a very long time, we have seen Jharkhand closely related to Naxalism as a problem. So Naxals, at one point they released a document. It was called Strategy and Tactics of the Indian Revolution. In that document they mentioned two aims. One was their immediate aim and one was their ultimate aim. Can you differentiate between the aims that they had at that point?
So as far as I know about their aim is to topple the government. One of their aims was this, to topple the government, and the second one was to establish a communist form of government where the power lies with the distributed with the people.
And in the immediate aim they mentioned new democratic revolution. Do you understand what exactly it means?
Yes.
Karan, also when we talk about Naxalism, we often come to a point where we start thinking how are they able to sustain for such a long time.
Yes, sir.
Can you talk about some of the sources of funding that they have?
So the sources relates to both national and international funding. There have been claims that they are being funded by communist governments from outside, and there are left-wing sympathizers inside the country also who want to destabilize the government, and these are the forms of.
Any other organized crime they are part of?
So they are also part of smuggling of arms, as well as Hawala rackets are also have been associated with Naxals in some of the areas.
Thank you, Karan. Thank you.
So thank you, Karan. So formal part of your interview is concluded now. What is your impression about your interview?
Sir, what I think is that I lack a bit knowledge as of now. I'll have to read much more about this, and the reason behind this is that for the last 2 months I was quite occupied in my work, in my PR work, and there were a lot of events at Power Grid in Vadodara. Actually, I have posted, and one of the events was related to the Prime Minister, and that is why I was too much occupied. And right now I am on leave, so I can focus much on reading, and that I can improve.
So anyway, Karan, I think you have a very nice personality. Your profile is very good. It's very strong, very robust, and you hold a lot of promise for the service, let me tell you. So that is one thing which is coming out of even the interview, the interaction, as well as your profile. Okay, so that is one very good aspect, positive aspect in your DAF. Now, you should read the newspapers, because Parliament session is on. You must read the newspapers on what is happening, because predominantly you are from a rural background. So all the more reason, on agricultural reforms and all questions might be asked, and that you should be aware of. Okay, the seed bill is being spoken about every day. There's an article which has appeared yesterday only in Indian Express on what are the pros and cons. So a lot of agricultural economists are speaking on this. So all the more reason you should be aware of. Now, your father's profession and what are the challenges? You just be very crisp, Where you know you are in a position of strength, speak a little in a more explained manner. Where you are weak, then be very crisp. Don't unnecessarily, keep talking about it, because you are inviting more questions. You are giving way yourself. Okay, public relations. Now you have been in public relations. Anybody can just give you a situation that you have to decide this mass media campaign on this particular issue. How will you devise it? So think out of the box. You are a mass communication man. So anybody can say that we want to do it on this theme. How will you devise a campaign? So think about it. Use your thought process. Women empowerment. What are the main schemes for women empowerment which have impressed, which have helped the common person on the grassroots level? Even the Government of India schemes, which 2 or 3 schemes consolidate in your mind, which have impressed the most, help the common man. Cyber security, Sanchar Sathi, then festivals, movie festivals are being held, IFFI, Goa and all that. So you should just be aware of what exactly is happening there. Then women in politics. Is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? Reservation for women, how are they going to do? So those issues. Role of media, we have then in Russia-Ukraine war, Israel-Hamas, honorable member asked you. Now please go through the foreign ministry's website on whatever is the official press release on each of these issues. Putin is visiting. Now you have to keep track of what are the agreements which are going to be signed, and what does India say, what is US's stand, because immediately after the visit I am sure US will react, China will react. So you must keep abreast of those things. Okay. Role of UN. Is UN important to United Nations or not? There have been talks about controversy generated that UN should be abolished and all that. So it should be. One nation, one election. Now what do you think? You're a political science student, okay? The new parliament building has how many seats for parliamentarians? And who has designed that building? Political science student, you must know. So these are some India-China. What are the takeaways for India-China strategy? So these things, just keep it in mind that you should be aware of. Otherwise, overall, a very pleasing personality. You know everything, and I'm sure you can structure it much more better. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very confident and need to structure more. Whatever you spoke, your articulation is good. If you read more, you'll be more articulate. And so many things you have been told by sir. Maybe somebody may ask you who's your favorite journalist and why. So we could not ask because there was, of course, a limited time. So you keep it up. Otherwise, you are relaxed, not tense, and answering in a very natural way. Good, keep it up.
Your interview date hasn't come, so you got plenty of time. So you just divide it into 4 points. One is going to be DAF, your graduation level and your subject for the thing. Third will be a job profile wherever you have been, and fourth one is your current affairs. So please write down all those topics which are likely to be, which can be raised. Say 15-20 of them. Then make an answer to each of the questions which are there. So once you pen it down, then it will become very easy while speaking. Okay, that's all I can suggest. Your time, so you please utilize it accordingly. Thank you.
Karan, just a few things. I think one area is journalism. A lot of things, a lot of discussion can happen around that. एक तो उस एरिया पे need to I think focus. जैसे सर बता रहे हैं, that can be one areas where you can work. I think the other one with respect to giving answers is that you sometimes I felt in a few instances you jumped onto answering. You can sometimes take a little bit time to think, structure it well, and then put it forward to make it more effective, because you already are good at answering. So if you take those 1-2 seconds to structure your answer, I think you can do much better. Number 2 is while having a discussion with one panel member, it is better to also look at other panel members to maintain eye contact. I felt these are 2 areas where we can work. Rest, apart from all those things, I think everything seems fine, perfect. Your DAF is quite strong, and I think it will be a very good discussion with you around your lab. So, all good. Best wishes.
So wish you all the best, Karan? Hope to see your name in the list. God bless you. Thank you.